What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Let's Not, and welcome back to another Pokemon Unite video. Alrighty guys, so I wanted to make another quick video here, and I wanted to talk about the Battle Pass. And specifically, I wanted to talk about, is the Battle Pass worth it, right? Is it worth buying? Is it worth upgrading? You know, is it worth getting it all? So what we're going to do in this video is we're going to just break down every single reward you get from the Battle Pass. I'm going to do a little bit of math to turn that into what that actually means in terms of things like item upgrades or costumes, and really just try and give you guys an idea of whether or not it's worth breaking that free to play and spending a few bucks to pick up the Battle Pass. So without further ado, let's jump into the game. Alrighty guys, so we are in the game here with our lovely Mr. Mime, and we're gonna take a look and see whether or not the Battle Pass is worth it. So very first thing is, what does the Battle Pass cost? So if you're going with the standard version of the Battle Pass, it's going to cost 490 gems, right? And if we open up our gems window here and say obtain gems, we can see that 490 gems cost roughly $8. However, something to keep in mind is that the very first time you buy the Battle Pass, if you buy bonus gems, so this 490, you'll actually get double that. So instead of getting 490 plus 35, because I've already bought that pack, you'll actually get 490 plus 490. So because the Battle Pass costs 490, and you get 490 times 2 out of this, right? You actually are getting kind of double value there. So as far as how much the Battle Pass, assuming you don't buy anything else in this game, it's going to be right around $4 before tax, right? Another good way you can think of it is if you buy this Battle Pass and assuming the next Battle Pass is the same price, you get 2 Battle Passes for $8, right? So it's actually insanely cheap, right? Most games like Fortnite or Apex, the Battle Pass price is closer to around $10. But there's also an upgraded version that you can get, right? So if you want to spend all 490 of those gems, those bonus gems, you could also buy an upgraded version of the Battle Pass for 840 gems, which gets you the first 10 levels unlocked. So as far as should you buy the upgraded version, it really just depends on how much you're going to be playing the game, right? The best reward in the Battle Pass is arguably the final reward, just like any Battle Pass in any game ever. So just keep in mind, if you think you won't be able to get to that final level, maybe it's worth buying the extra 10 levels, but if not, don't worry about buying those 10 levels. So overall, is the Battle Pass worth it? Let's find out. Let's see if it's worth that $4 price tag, which again is pretty low. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump into the Battle Pass here, and we're going to scan through it very quickly. So I've already made some progression through the Battle Pass. As you can see, I'm roughly level 30 here. So I'm actually going to jump back over here, and we're going to take a look at the Battle Pass. So the Battle Pass is really kind of designated by 4 different reward types, right? You've got 2 costumes, which are going to be the best rewards in the set, right? So costumes for Pokemon specifically, right? So this game calls them Hollowware, right? So you've got the hip-hop style Pikachu, and then at the very end of the Battle Pass, the final reward is going to be the Captain style Cinderace. Both look phenomenal, especially the Captain style Cinderace looks just absolutely amazing. So all in all, as far as what the actual just price is for costumes in this game, you're already getting your value back if you were to just go out and buy a costume individually. Like, for example, the Mr. Mime costume, which doesn't even have as many effects as this Cinderace costume, will put you back $20, right? So just by value in the costumes alone, you're already getting your $4 worth. But I mean, if you never play Cinderace, you never play Pikachu, then this may not be worth it to you, right? So now the question is, well, if I never play those characters, is it still worth me getting the Battle Pass? So I'm going to go ahead and quickly scan through the Battle Pass. So what we'll see is we see a bunch of trainer cosmetics, a bunch of AOS tickets, right? And a bunch of item enhancers. So what I've done, and as I'm scrolling through this, is I've gone through, I've calculated exactly how many AOS tickets and item enhancers you actually get from this to see if, you know, just from a held item perspective or a shop perspective, if it's worth buying. Not even considering, you know, the shoes or any of these other cosmetics, and asking if these are worth it, right? Because I mean, some of these are pretty good, like Pikachu top and bottom. I can get that some people would enjoy that, right? So some of the trainer cosmetics are good, but I'm going to go ahead and assume they really have no value. So breaking this down for you guys, in total, you get 29 trainer cosmetics from the Battle Pass, right? And then the other vast majority of this is going to be split between these item enhancers, which some of them are free, right? And I'm going to lump in the free ones with the purchasable ones. I know that, I guess technically you could try and split those out to say, well, if these are free, I don't need to pay for these, right? But for all intents and purposes, I'm just going to lump them together. So all in all, throughout the entire Battle Pass, if you were to buy the whole thing, go through the entire thing, getting 29 trainer cosmetics, You're getting 2 costumes, and you're getting 450 of these item enhancers. And I'll talk about just how far those can get you, right? In the ways of enhancing held items. And you're going to get 7,050 of these AOS tickets, right? So there's a couple ways that we can take this and interpret this. But in my opinion, the best way to spend AOS tickets is actually going to be just on item enhancers themselves. So for example, if we take that 7,000 event tickets we get, we can either buy some of these cooler rare costumes like the Snorlax costume if trainer cosmetics are your thing. They're not really for me. Like I feel like you get so many free ones, but if you really want the Snorlax costume or if you really want the Talonflame set, you can buy these specifically with the tickets you get from the battle pass alone, because again, you're getting 7,000 tickets. Or you can do, you know, what I'm ultimately going to do and go over here to the held item shop and just buy a bunch of these item enhancers to level up your held items. So if you do convert all 7,050 AOS tickets to item enhancers this way, you're gonna come out with 705 item enhancers, because it's 10 tickets per item enhancer. So if you take that and you add in the 450 you got before, let's talk about exactly how much, how far you can get your held items with those tickets, right? Again, trying to decide if you don't care about trainer cosmetics at all, if you don't care about the 2 Hollowware costumes for Pikachu and Cinderace, and all you care about is playing this game at a more competitive level, leveling up your items so that you can, you know, play ranked and do stuff like that, is it still worth it, right? Is it still worth that $4 investment? So I'm going to go over here into Battle Prep. I'm going to go into held items, and basically the way that held items upgrade and held items scale is pretty simple, right? It's just based on the level of the held item, right? So upgrading a level 1 item is really cheap. It costs you 3, right? Upgrading a level 6 item starts to cost 10. And then once you start to get way into these like level 16 items, level 20 items, the cost goes up to 55, 100. So I went ahead and did the math just to see exactly how far this could get you. Now, if you're only using the item enhancers, right? If you want to keep all of your tickets and spend those on trainer costumes, you will get enough item enhancers to get 1 item to level 18, which is not a bad start. So level 20 is probably where I'd say shoot for an item to be at optimal usability, but still not bad at all. Getting an item all the way up to level 18 is still a great start. Now, and that costs you 422 item enhancers. So you will still have some item enhancers left over. So like the free ones you get from playing the game, from the events, you'll definitely have enough to hit level 20 on an item if you buy the battle pass, right? But just not enough from the battle pass alone. Now, if you were to take those 7,050 AOS tickets and put all of those into item enhancers, and then add that on with the other 450 tickets, you'll end up with 1,155 tickets. So 1,155 tickets is going to be enough to get a single item up to level 24, which, here's the thing, between level 20 and 24, you're actually not going to see a huge boon. Like, you're not going to see a huge buff to the item. So I wouldn't actually recommend doing that, but it will get a single item up to level 24. But much better is, and that costs 1087, so 1,087 to get an item to level 24. So you will still have some left over in that route, but just not enough to get up to level 25. Or the much better thing you can do, you can also take 1,134. Remember, you get 1,155 from the entire battle pass if you convert all your tickets, and that'll actually get you 2 items to level 20. So 1,134 tickets will get you 2 items to level 20, which is way, way bigger, right? Being able to get 2 items to level 20 to get kind of those maximum bonuses, right, from the upgrade effects. So like, for example, when you hit level 20 with an item, you get bonus, in this case, bonus damage based on HP, since it's a muscle band. So hitting level 20 on an item is huge, right? Going from 20 to 30 is not actually that important unless you're like at the top level ranked play competitive where every little percentage matters. But for the vast majority of play, hitting level 20 is the biggest threshold you can hit. So again, by converting every single one of your tickets, you will have enough from just the battle pass alone to be able to hit level 20 on 2 items. And that makes a huge, huge difference in the way that you're gonna be able to play the game and the way you're gonna be able to compete. So overall, I do recommend, again, that you put your tickets to upgrading items so you can get those 2 level 20 items from the battle pass. Overall, do I think the battle pass is worth it? Absolutely. I mean, if you ever play Pikachu or Cinderace, it's a shoe-in for value. I mean, we're talking $4 for the battle pass. It's a ton of value. And again, one of those 2 costumes, if you like one of those 2 costumes, it's already worth it, right? The trainer cosmetics, the value on those is basically 0 to me. But I mean, if you really like the Pikachu set or some of the other trainer cosmetics that come in it, I mean, you can value that however you'd like, right? And then finally, of course, just on ticket and item enhancer value alone, and again, I know that some of those are free, right? But I'm gonna just assume they're all paid for the bundle here. Yeah, getting 2 level 20 items is huge, right? It's absolutely awesome. Even if you were to just go the route of getting 1 item to level 24, right? Just buying gems to get 1 item to level 30 is about $40, right? And you can get 1 item to level 24, almost level 25 for $4. So again, the Battle Pass, in my opinion, it's definitely worth the value you get out of it. But I understand if you do want to remain free to play, if you don't want to spend money on this game, that is totally valid. That's totally your choice. I just wanted to give you guys some more information, do some math for y'all so you don't have to do it yourself, so you guys can make the best decisions for you. What do you guys think? Have you guys already bought the Battle Pass? Do you plan on buying the Battle Pass? Did this change your mind about the Battle Pass? Let me know in the comments, guys. And as always, thank you guys so much for being here. If you guys want to see more Pokemon Unite content, make sure to hit that subscribe button. And yeah, thanks, guys. I will see you next time, and hopefully I'll see you on the live streams. Have a good day, everybody.